Hi, my name is Ryan, and today we're going to learn how to read music. How much do you know? If you know a bit already, the advanced beginner lesson might be better for you. However, if you're a novice, carry on, this is for you. Now get your pencils ready, we're going to draw. Let's see if we can draw this treble clef in around 10 seconds. So what do we want to learn from this lesson? Well, our goal is to understand the basic principles of reading music, and we're going to do that by discussing the meaning of a time signature. We're going to discuss 4 basic note values, and then we will discuss the notes on the staff. But for now, let's start with the time signature. So, what is it? Well, it tells us the number of beats per bar. And if we don't know what a bar is, here is an example. There is a bar here, and a bar here. So now let's look at some time signatures, starting with common time. This is written 4/4. The number on top tells us how many beats are in each bar, so in this case 4 beats per bar. Next is march time, written 2/4, therefore 2 beats per bar, and it sounds something like this. Third is waltz time. This is written 3/4, therefore 3 beats per bar. It sounds something like this. How long does each note last? We're going to look at 4 basic note values, starting with this hollow note. This is called a semibreve. It lasts 4 beats. Next is another hollow note with a back on it, known as a minim. It's worth 2 beats. Third is this black note with a back. It's called a crotchet, and it's worth 1 beat. And finally, the black note with a tail. It's called a quaver, and it's only worth half a beat. Take a moment to memorise these as best you can now. A side note on the quaver. We're not talking about these, we're talking about this. This is an example of 2 or more quavers together. They will look like this. Now let's put some of this knowledge to the test. How many beats is this semibreve worth? 4. How about this minim? 2. What about the crotchet? 1. And finally, the quaver. Half. Let's do some maths. We have a crotchet plus a crotchet plus a minim. How many beats is this? 4. Next is a quaver plus a quaver plus a crotchet plus a crotchet equals how many beats? 3. And finally, quavers plus quavers equals 2 beats. Now we've done some maths, let's clap. Here is a strip of rhythm. I will clap it with you, and let's start after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're now going to do a second, which is slightly more challenging. Again, let's start after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you were able to do that, then you understand the basics of note values. So, let's recap. What have we covered so far? We've looked at time signatures, and we've looked at note values. In time signatures, we've looked at common time, march time, and also waltz time. In note values, we've looked at semibreve, minim, crotchet, and the quaver. And if you've got it, great. Let's move on. We're going to look at the notes on the staff. There are 9 notes in total, made up of spaces and lines. There are 4 spaces, and in ascending order, they look like this: F, A, C, and E. You may have noticed that this spells face, and this is an easy way to remember them. There are 5 lines, and in ascending order, they look like this: E, G, B, D, and F. And there is a mnemonic to help you remember this. Every good boy deserves fun. E, G, B, D, and F. So, what should you know by now? Well, first of all, you should understand the purpose of a time signature. 2. Identify 4 basic notes and their values. 3. Name the notes on the staff. Let's try and put these things into practice. Here is a short piece of music. You should be able to understand the meaning of that time signature, pick out the note values of these notes, and be able to name some of the notes on the staff. If you can do all of these things, then you understand the basic principles of reading music. The next step would be to look at the advanced beginner lesson, and this will allow you to further your knowledge on reading music.